Hey everyone, been a while, but I'm finally releasing season 2 of my show. Unlike season 1, I'll try to release the episodes more close to each other. Since with the first season I released them a bit far apart. Before I dive into the episode, here's a recap of season 1 just to jog everyone's memory. A girl called Eva and her friends discover a creature called a changeling, and since it's hurt, Eva decides to bring it back with her. They become friends with the changeling called Mia and have to keep her secret from everyone. Easier said than done though. But eventually Eva's mum finds out about her, but Eva's able to convince her the changeling's friendly. But after all that happens, another creature called the Oni decides to attack. Mia learned the reason she's on Earth and decided to finish them once and for all. After she pulls off a powerful attack, everyone thinks she's dead, but she returns looking human. She's finally able to do what all changelings can do, which is shapeshift. Right, without further ado, hope you will enjoy Season 2, Episode 1, A Strange Pair-Up. It's been a few weeks now since the Oni invasion. Everyone has settled down since then, but no one's exactly sure what they saw. Luckily, though, no one apart from me, my friends and Mum, and some Oni of course saw Mia. And we don't have to worry about anyone seeing her because, like any changeling, she's now able to look human. Eva thought. We tried to teach her how to ride a bike so she wouldn't have to run to keep up with us. This flying's out of question, but it seems like she's more of a flyer, since riding a bike while changing seems pretty difficult. I wonder if she's even comfortable around them, since if you remember, mine almost killed her. Even though Mia was able to gain my mum's trust after saving her and Mum doing the same, I feel like they're still not too close to one another. Mum's not really one for strange things, and if it wasn't for that dog, Mia would have shown herself in front of her, but I got an idea to improve this relationship. Eva thought to herself. Why did you call us here, sweetie? Her mum asked as both her and Mia came into the living room. I thought now that Mia doesn't have to hide, you two could spend some quality time at the park together, Eva said. I got some things to do around here, Eva. Why don't you go with her? Mrs. Hart said. No, you go get to know one another and I'll handle things here, Eva said. Eva didn't give them a chance to answer and turned them towards the door. Bye, have fun, Eva said. Well, to the park we go, I guess, Eva mum said to the changeling. So, what do changelings do for fun anyway? Mrs. Hart asked as they got to the park. Well, since there's no one around at the moment, Mia said, transforming back and stretching her wings, and Mrs. Hart had a bad idea of what she was thinking. Ah! Okay, that's enough, put me down please! Mrs. Hart panicked, holding on to Mia for dear life. Oh, sorry, I forgot flying is new for humans, Mia said, landing and changing back. What do you want to do, Mia asked. So, you just want to sit here for the rest of our time here, Mia asked, as she and Mrs. Hart were sitting on a bench. Pretty much, Mrs. Hart said. It's a bit dull, Mia thought. Mrs. Hart could sense that Mia thought this wasn't working like Eva wanted. I know Eva wanted us to connect and we are trying. She means the world to me, so I would try anything for her, and I guess you would too, Mrs. Hart said. Of course, your daughter might have hit me with her bike by accident, but she helped me out. If it wasn't for her, I would have probably been found by researchers or anyone looking for something new to experiment on, and after losing my own kind, I vowed I would keep her and anyone close to her safe. So I guess that means you too, since I did rescue you twice after all, Mia said, smiling to her friend's mum, who smiled back, and then they saw a man walk past towards a hot dog stand. Hey, isn't that your mean boss? Mia asked, not too keen seeing him. Yes, it is, Mrs. Hart replied, not too keen to see him either. Want to play a little trick on him? Mia asked. Mrs. Hart was about to say no, not wishing to get in trouble with him, but then she heard him say to the guy serving him, I said no mustard, he said, throwing the hot dog at the man. Get it right next time. Sorry, sir, the hot dog man replied. You know what? Yeah, let's do it, Mrs. Hart said. Hello, sir, Mrs. Hart greeted her boss. Oh, it's you. What do you want? Her boss said, not too keen in seeing one of his employees unless they're working. Oh, I just came to warn you, you should be careful of who you mean to. The park phantom doesn't like it, Mrs. Hart said. The park what? Look, I don't have time for games, so why don't you just, he was saying, but then tripped. Whoa, what was that? He asked, surprised. I told you, sir, you'll make the park phantom angry if you're mean, Mrs. Hart said. I don't know what you're trying to pull here, but you better stop it all, he was saying, but then saw his hot dog in midair and then vanished. What I mean to say was, have a nice day, bye, her boss said, running off scared. I can't believe that actually worked, but that felt good, Mrs. Hart said as Maria chilled herself and turned back, and they had a good laugh about it. To celebrate, allow me to buy us both a hot dog. That is, if you're still hungry, she said. Maria burped, but then took Mrs. Hart up on her offer. So, how was it, Eva asked as they walked in. Yeah, it was nice. We actually had fun together, her mum said. Eva smiled, glad her plan had worked. Meanwhile, you sure? You're sure there's a change in here? Someone asked. Very sure, someone else said, looking at an image from the park on some computers and zooming in. That's a translation band, so it can't be anything else. Only changelings need translation bands. Soon we will have that changing, and then we can begin our plan, she said, laughing, and it's revealed they're in a lab. The end. Hope you all enjoyed. Bit of a cliffhanger it ended on, hey? But don't worry, this is only the first episode, and along with this one I also released the second episode.